a test. Pushing hard to put the car to the test. Faster, faster, no time to waste. Grip the wheel, can't lose the race. In the rear view, I see the pack, but I'm ahead, and there's no looking back. Turn the wheel, feel the G-force snap. In the zone, no time for a nap. Racing hard, we never slow down. GT3s win the showdown. Core, baby, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Le Mans breakdown, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Le Mans, baby, we own the night. Oh yeah. The roar of the engine, the burn of the rubber. Chasing the glory, we ain't no lover. Pushing the limits, we're breaking the chains. In the heat of the moment, we run through the flames. Yeah, we're rolling through the night. Every corner, every fight. Speed's our religion, Le Mans our shrine. GT3s, it's our time to shine. We're crushing the game, Le Mans in our sights. Remember our name, GT3s. We rise from the start, we're taking the win. We're making our mark. Le Mans breakdown, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Le Mans breakdown, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Le Mans, baby, we own the night. Yo, GT3, we own that track. Le Mans, baby, there's no looking back. Le Mans breakdown, we rise to the top. In GT3, we can't be stopped. Yeah, we can't be stopped. Yo, it's race day, get ready to go. GT3's on the track, let's put on a show. Core, baby, we're hitting the gas. Pedal to the floor, don't look back, don't crash. Lights out, engine scream, we're rolling. GT3's got the power, we're holding. Lap after lap, feeling the heat. Hold tight, no time for defeat. On the straights, the speed is insane. Chasing down the rivals, we own this game. Through the chicanes, we're taking those turns. One slip, one crash, and you crash and burn. Turn the wheel, feel the G-force snap. In the zone, no time for a nap. Racing hard, we never slow down. GT3s win the showdown. Core, baby, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Core, baby, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Core, baby, we own the night. Midnight headlights pierce the dark. We're locked in the fight, ready to spark. A lap of legends, every second's a test. Pushing hard to put the car to the test. Faster, faster, no time to waste. Grip the wheel, can't lose the race. In the rear view, I see the pack, but I'm ahead, and there's no looking back. Turn the wheel, feel the G-force snap. In the zone, no time for a nap. Racing hard, we never slow down. GT3s win the showdown. Core, baby, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Le Mans breakdown, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Le Mans, baby, we own the night. Oh yeah. The roar of the engine, the burn of the rubber. Chasing the glory, we ain't no lover. Pushing the limits, we're breaking the chains. In the heat of the moment, we run through the flames. Yeah, we're rolling through the night. Every corner, every fight. Speed's our religion, Le Mans our shrine. GT3s, it's our time to shine. We're crushing the game, Le Mans in our sights. Remember our name, GT3s. We rise from the start, we're taking the win. We're making our mark. Le Mans breakdown, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Le Mans breakdown, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Le Mans, baby, we own the night. Yo, GT3, we own that track. Le Mans, baby, there's no looking back. Le Mans breakdown, we rise to the top. In GT3, we can't be stopped. It's race day, get ready to go. GT3's on the track, let's put on a show. Core baby, we're hitting the gas. Pedal to the floor, don't look back, don't crash. Lights out, engine scream, we're rolling. GT3's got the power, we're holding. Lap after lap, feeling the heat. Hold tight, no time for defeat. On the straights, the speed is insane. Chasing down the rivals, we own this game. Through the chicanes, we're taking those turns. One slip, one crash, and you crash and burn. Turn the wheel, feel the G-force snap. In the zone, no time for a nap. Racing hard, we never slow down. GT3s win the showdown. Come on, baby, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Come on, baby, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Core, baby, we own the night. Midnight headlights pierce the dark. We're locked in the fight, ready to spark. A lap of legends, every second's a test. Pushing harder, put the car to the test. Faster, faster, no time to waste. Grip the wheel, can't lose the race. In the rear view, I see the pack, but I'm ahead, and there's no looking back. Turn the wheel, feel the G-force snap. In the zone, no time for a nap. Racing hard, we never slow down. GT3s win the showdown. Core, baby, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In GT3, we're burning up the track. No looking back, we're never turning back. Le Mans breakdown, let's hear the roar. GT3s, who could want more? Pedal to the metal, we take the fight. Le Mans, baby, we own the night. Oh yeah. The roar of the engine, the burn of the rubber. Chasing the glory, we ain't no lover. Pushing the limits, we're breaking the chains. In the heat of the moment, we run through the flames. Yeah, we're rolling through the night. Every corner, every fight. Speed's our religion, Le Mans our shrine. GT3s, it's our time to shine. We're crushing the game, Le Mans in our sights. Remember our name, GT3s. We rise from the start, we're taking the win. We're making our mark. Le Mans breakdown, hear the tires scream. We're racing for glory, chasing that dream. In
Welcome everyone tonight to the Core GT season number 11, round 5 from Autodromo Nazionale de Monza, the International House of Speed. It's me here tonight and Tyler Scozen in the booth. Say hey, Tyler. Oh, you're somewhere around here. But let's go back and get to a different camera here. Looks like we got about 2 minutes of qualifying left here. Ricky Renner currently
Hi,
on
I'm here now.
provisional pole.
Now it's working.
Did somebody hit mute and forget?
No, not necessarily. I kind of ran away to grab something.
All right. Yeah, it looks like we got Ricky Renner on pole with a 148.090, which that's not half bad if memory serves correct. So, let's see. I'm trying to remember what a decent time here is.
So they're pretty competitive up front, at least. I mean, I'm looking, what is that? 4th to 7th are separated by almost 9 hundredths of a second.
Wow, that's yes, nice.
4th and 5th between about 100th of a second, or 15 one-thousandths of a second. And 6th and 7th are 21 thousandths of a second.
Wow, that's pretty close. I'm trying to look. There we go. Let's see. Looking up the rankings here. We got a few minutes here. Okay. Let's see here. Wow, they're a little off. I guess they've slowed the McLaren down as well. I was just checking Garage 61. Apparently, my fastest lap was a 147.0.
Not bad.
Let's see, 10 gallons of gas for that one. Yeah, I want to say I had a draft off of Mr. James Pierce or something off that one.
That'll do it.
But I was like, wait a minute, I think those times are correct. But we are through qualifying now. And we got some grittage. Yep, Ricky coming home with the pole tonight with that 148.0. Mason Smith in second. Kelly Pointer in third. Jack Peterson starting in fourth. Your first year golds there. Justin Munsell in fifth. Herbert Pineda in sixth. Nick Terrell in seventh. Eighth, silver for Alan Gullison there. And it is really nice, good. Ninth will be Nathan Nickerson. Nathan Sides in 10th. Alex Jaspers in 11th. Bronson Stafford in 12th. Brendan in 13th. We got Dane in 14th. Okay. That's weird. What just happened? Okay. Joshua Betts starting in 15th. Josh Anderson in 16th. Robert Kinney in 17th. Shane Theron in 18th. Alan Elwood in 19th. Weird to see Alan down there. Ian Howard in 20th. And John Crane starting in 21st. Alan not setting a time, it looks like. Well, all right. Let's see. We got a... So, no Christopher Hamilton, so that means that's actually the safety car this time. Let's see. What do we have? Looking through. So we need to change this from overall. All right. There we go. Yep, so, Jack Peterson leading your gold division there. For that, oh, that's right. We have. Let's pull up and see what our points look like right now. Mason Smith with 207 leading the platinum. Ricky Renner 12 points behind him. Alan Gullison leading in silver with Dane Simpson 8 behind him. Nathan Nickerson leading gold. Shane 12 behind him. Robert Kinney leading bronze with Josh Anderson 12 behind him. So, 5 races in. Points battles are still well within the... Nobody's running away with it. So... Yep, as they are coming around, looks like we get the short start here. Luckily, we don't have to watch them do a whole lap. And in your upper right-hand corner, you'll see the track map there. They're coming around, about to go into Parabolica to get this race started. McLaren trying to get a little tire warming going on. So track temp only 87 degrees. Still not sure that'd be what I would be wanting. We have our start cam here. Is they going to be coming around? We'll see them.
Let's do this. Turn one worries me just a little bit.
Oh, you don't think there would be drama, do you?
Oh, no. No, we'll be great.
Drama in the Prima Variante? No, never.
No. Mm-mm.
Probably the most infamous corner in all of iRacing.
4 incidents,
Monza.
yeah.
And it's
all right,
green.
Here we go. Oh, Peterson 3 wide already. Thinking
He's
about
looking.
it. He's got it.
He's looking. Mason, let's put Mason back to 4th. I guess Mason getting a bad launch. As they are down
no one's giving up.
here.
Oh, boy.
It's all tight.
Peterson takes it.
Munsell to the outside. Ooh, Munsell getting in the grass. It's going to let Nada get in front of Munsell.
Jasper's in the grass, but pretty clear, actually.
Ricky getting off to a nice start there. And we will go to this. That camera is no longer usable. Ooh. All the shiny lights off iRacing's new lighting engine.
Ricky, good start. Kelly with a good start up to P2. Peterson, Mason, a
Look
little
at
bit
this.
tough.
Nick Terrell going the inside of Munsell. Whoa. You can pass there, but it's tight.
Oh, still side by side, and they're side by side behind him too.
Alan Gullison in that Tron paint job right behind him. Alan definitely has found something here recently. These guys come in through. This is Ascari here. All in all, is that Bronson Stafford taking to the grass? Yep. Guess he wanted to take that one 4 wide, but managed to make it work. Oh, Dane!
Oh!
What's that?
Dane and Nathan sides. Oh, look out. That's a blind corner. Ooh.
Let's get a replay of that. Oh. Actually, let's go back a little bit more and see how did... Oh, yeah. Bronson just taking to the grass there. So, you got Bronson coming around. Dane looking for a way around. And...
Just kind of misjudged the gap
Two
there.
cars not fitting in the same spot there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dane having to park it and wait on everybody to go back around. But looking like no real damage to either car, so... Other than getting the tires a little toasty.
Mm-hmm.
Not too bad. Check in with our leader here, Ricky Renner. He's got a 2-second gap over Kelly. And then you have Kelly. And then you have Peterson. And then Mason.
Well, expect the run to go on. Mason will probably find that speed unless he's willing to just save a little bit. But you probably don't want Ricky to get too far away. But here he kind of is.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're generally here at Monza, your 2 fastest cars are going to be the Ferrari and the McLaren. Now, generally, I don't know, like, I'm thinking, ooh, is there some damage there in the back of Peterson's car? No, that's just
okay.
It was just the angle it was at.
Yeah.
It's got that weird little canardish thing on the back.
He's got to run here going into turn 1. We'll see if he decides to take it. It looks like he will. Barely gets it.
Going around the outside.
Mason tried to capitalize on that too, but really didn't have the ideal line.
Yeah, but if you get the right exit coming around here, you've got a long way to get a good draft. Then this is the second of the Variantes here. I'm assuming that is. There's Ricky. You can kind of see the lines everybody up front's taking there.
To me, that's probably, this right there, that's probably the trickiest corner, at least on the racetrack to me. I don't know why, I just can never figure that one out.
The exit of that one's very hard. There's your first Lesmo. And that is coming out of the second, or going into your second Lesmo there. And then this is Curva del Sol. And they're coming into Ascari here at the entry. Mason is all over the back of Kelly there. And he'll have a nice long drag race here. Ability to suck up close.
If he can exit the final corner here really good, get that draft into turn 1 like Peterson did, make a lunge, that'll be pretty ideal. Looks pretty alright, but the issue with that is Kelly is Peterson's draft here, and it looks like he got a better run off than he did there for P2.
Kelly kind of weaving back to the right to try to break the draft a little bit while maintaining it on Peterson there.
Meanwhile, while these guys are battling it out, looks like Renner 3 seconds up the road now.
Looks like we might have a move here out of Nathan Nickerson. You're thinking about it.
Not quite. Got the runoff here, a little bit in the gravel.
But Kelly all over the back of Peterson there.
Ooh, Mason with a really good runoff. Oh, but took the gravel there as his exit.
By really good, you mean using all the track and a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
Going. Getting some weird stuff as saying Munsell is not on track. What happened here? He just put a tire in the gravel.
Oh, there's a wreck. Herbert Pineda around.
Let's see. See what happened with Pineda here. Coming into, I believe this is a Scari. Yep, that is entry to a Scari. Corvette doing Corvette things. Yep, touched the wall. Dinked it. Whoa! Brown pants moment there for Gullison. So
I want to see that onboard at Gullison there to see what in the world he just saw. Probably nothing and then everything.
let's see here. Let's find that. All right. So let's see. Where is Gullison? And cockpit view is going to be. There we go. We'll do the roll bar. So he's coming around here. Oh! Yeah, that's a definitely the brown pants moment there for Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Checking back in here. Peterson, Kelly a little closer this time. Now, you know, Kelly may just be happy to sit behind Peterson, let him burn the fuel.
Whoa!
Oh, Mason says, no, afterburners, let's go.
Kelly got really loose there exiting the corner. Got way too much gravel.
Yeah. And it's going to take him a couple corners to burn that gravel back off. .7 of a second up to Peterson now, giving Jack a little bit of a breather. But 0.7 is still within that draft window. So one good exit here out of a Scari, and Mason will be back onto the back of Peterson.
Peterson, a really bad corner there.
Well, or, you know, he just have enough to pass him.
Mm-hmm. That's one of those corners. Peter messed up the entry there, and it killed the rest of the corner there. Couldn't exit, got way too wide. Hit
Kelly
the curb
looking
too
to the
much on
inside.
entry. Oh, thinking back for a net code.
He's going to have it on the inside, a little bit shorter way around, but he won't be as fast down the straight. Now, if you're Mason, who do you want to give that draft to?
Neither.
So the correct answer is, while they are side by side, you run in between the two. They only get half each.
Exactly, or go way to the right where there no one's
I
at.
assume that works, right?
Yeah, probably.
But Ricky, 5 seconds ahead of Mason there.
Making it look easy.
Now we have Nick Terrell catching up to the back of Alan Billison here. Nick back in the good old blue mystery machine special. So easing it on down here. Yep. Nick taking, I think, a little too much curb there in the McLaren and spinning that inside tire up.
Got a good run here on Gullison coming up.
Yeah, we are still showing an accident here for Nathan Sides. If SDK will just stop moving, I can click on it. What happened with Nathan here in the line of traffic? That BMW, the only guy running a BMW tonight. Ooh. Gets into the back of, I believe that was Shane.
Nah, it's all right.
As far as quote-unquote crashes go not too bad. So the question is Nick trying to save fuel behind Alan? This is one of those things, two cars working together here can be faster than one. Let's look and see. Is he going to look to the inside here? No. No. Content to stay behind. He's got Nathan Nickerson behind him. Look like Mason is slowly extending that gap to Peterson there.
And slowly catching up to Ricky as well. A couple tenths better.
Well, yeah, if you're Ricky and you've got a 5-second gap and you lift a little early, you know, you can give up a half a second a lap here and save a good bit of fuel. Yeah, maybe Ricky gonna play the long game for us here tonight and try a fuel strat on Mason.
Ah, that's fun.
Shane looking to make a move back on Nathan here. Not going to have enough to hang it around the outside. Let's see. Anything for him coming out of Ascari? I don't think so. Lots of gravel there. Somebody went off.
Oh, there goes. Yep.
Somebody went off and into the wall. I believe that was Ian Howard.
Oh boy, let me see. Oh, that's just double file not working.
Oh. I mean, narrowly missing that entire group there.
Mm-hmm.
So, good job for Ian missing some people. Showing out Elwood going off track here. Oh! Whoa, this is a... Let's get a better view of this here. So Alan trying to make the move outside. Oh, I think they get netcode sucked together.
Yeah,
Alan goes off track trying to keep it there. Ian goes back under. And oh, Alan just nowhere to go.
That's just two cars just going for the same space.
Yeah. I think that's a little bit of netcode and a little bit of... Yeah, just
not what you want to see, but hey, things happen. All right, let's see.
What do we got?
What is it you say? Sucks to suck?
Yep. So Nick Terrell got around. Let's see where did this happen?
They get around Golson. Let's see.
Kind of look through here.
It was like turn one.
Is this it? Huh? After that, there we go. I've got that pass. Yeah, just getting a good run. That's called textbook move into turn one at Monza right there.
Mm-hmm.
But now Alan has Nathan Nickerson looking to try to get around him. Go back in here with Peterson and Pointer. Pointer not letting Peterson get away, really.
Have not left each other's sights this whole race.
Yeah, you can get about a second worth of draft. Looks like Peterson is trying to do his best to break that. Kelly not making it easy on him. I think this is a case where there's probably a few corners Jack's better at and a few corners that are Kelly's better at. but it's one of those things where if the corners you're better at happen to be right before a long straightaway, it's really, really hard to break that draft on them.
Yeah, and it's especially tough to tell with these cars, that some of these tracks, you have to adjust to the way they draft up on others, because some of them have no straightaways, some of them have the long straightaways. Like this one, kind of has to make you change a little bit your driving style.
Dane getting around Shane Therian there. Interesting line for Dane, but looks like it worked for him. Let's see, who else do we have nice and close here on the track? A nice little battle here between Anderson, Betts, and Sides.
Just up in front of them, they're side by side too. Jaspers and Brandon.
So a little Corvette on McLaren, or McLaren on Corvette action here. And unfortunately for the Corvette, I think he's going to find out that the one thing the McLaren does very, very well is get a draft off anything else.
That's especially something that you want here, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, thought Alex would be making a move there down into one, but decides better of it. A little bit of a battle here between Elwood and Pineda.
Yeah, Pineda had that issue earlier, looking to get back here. Elwood with his issues as well. Whoa, big send by Pineda there.
Yeah, all over the rear bumper of that Porsche. So. I keep seeing SDK scrolling all this stuff, and it's off track, off track, off traffic, off track. Yeah. All those are, I can tell you because I can see them happening. You can kind of see the little drivers lighting up red. It's from touching the gravel at the exit of the second Variante there.
Yeah, because when I looked, there was no issues for a car here and there. I just looked slightly up, and there's a big puff of smoke there from the gravel. I thought someone spun out, but no. That's another thing that the drivers are going to have to adjust to soon, is that the more they go off the racetrack, then they're going to start laying some of that gravel down on the racetrack, and who knows what that could do to you.
Well, it'll send you off the track and drag even more on there. See Nathan's sides to catch up and get around Betts here, maybe?
Sides has a good run here. We'll see what he does. I think he has enough to make a send here. Even braking, but nope.
Good job by Betts on the brakes there. Yeah, Sides getting a very good exit there out of that BMW. So you're going to have enough to send it around. The problem is you can't send it around the outside because it's so much further.
Yeah, and that those corners are too tough.
Yeah, you have to time it and wait to come out right here and manage to have the overspeed on them. It's a hard... It's one of those things, everybody thinks you can make the pass there, but it's a lot harder than most expect.
It's a lot more narrow than you would think.
Almost looking like Betts running kind of more of a middle line there. Yeah, trying to... maybe not block, but take a page from Senna's book, make the car twice as wide as what he thinks it is. Yeah, so you're going to come down into a Ascari here. See if Nathan peeking to the inside decides better. Whoa! I think may have been caught out by someone's braking marker there. He's going to have to catch back up. Running, yeah, Sides using all of the available room there.
As you should.
Now, there's a reason he's in platinum. Oh. Oh, we got to go to the...
oh, they're pitting already.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you know, there's this little thing where you're on the throttle a lot here.
It's a good point. Yeah, a lot of people pit. A lot of people this round came in. So Ricky stayed out, Mason stayed out, and Nick Terrell stayed out. They're your only cars here that stayed out this whole sequence here. Well, Peterson and Pointer came out of pit road inside each other, but Peterson's going to pull ahead.
Kelly trying. He's going to try everything he can legally.
Oh my God! So Kelly just made a huge send there. I must have missed the braking marker.
Kind of reminds me of Massey a few years back in Formula One, trying to go around Alonso. Didn't work out for him either. Matter of fact, I think it destroyed the underfloor of his car. He later took out one of those little styrofoam boards, and I can tell you this, hitting one of the 300-meter braking markers with an F1 car, whew, it explodes. Kelly kind of going off track, but staying ahead of Munsell there.
Good to see Munsell finally getting up here. Definitely him overshooting the corner and then going side by side in that corner.
I was going to say, I'm not sure it's Munsell being up there as much as it's Kelly being back there.
Kind of got handed to him a little bit.
Yeah, Kelly losing about 2.5 seconds on Peterson in that pit phase there. But we have the leaders coming down here. And there is Ricky stopping. Here is Mason stopping. And there's Nick Terrell. So it's going to be interesting to see who managed to get... Because Nick was back behind a bunch of these guys. I think he was trying to hunt down Munsell. So let's see where he's going to come out in all this.
Ricky's going to easily pull out ahead. Then Mason. Nick's still in his stall.
Munsell is coming around right there.
There goes Peterson by.
Munsell going to get past Nick there. Allen's going to be... Whoa! Allen gets around him. Was that a slow pit stop for Nickerson? 21 seconds. No. 18. Yeah, about a second slower. Oh, that's what it was. They wound up taking an extra gallon for the extra lap.
That'll do it.
Yeah, because Ricky, Mason, and they're all in an 18-second range. We are, 23 minutes into this one already. Best lap so far. Yep, Ricky Renner getting down into the 147s with a 147.8. It's looking a little dark there on track.
Maybe we'll get those headlights on, you think?
45 more minutes. I mean, that's... Let's see. Let me jump out to our scenic here. See if we can't... Where's my scenic? Pull out. This is just... Well, it's definitely a cloud cover thing. You can kind of tell. So I think cloud cover, it's a little later in the day. So they don't have... Well, we can go to race info real quick, and I think it'll show. It does not show me the time. I'm going to have to mess with it in case so we can get that information.
Looks like 5:48 is the time I see.
Just 5:48. Okay. Not up on my current when it gets dark in Italy, but definitely a little dim. And looking back through here, we've got Betts, Jaspers, and Dane all right on top of each other here. Jaspers hasn't been able to make a move on Betts yet, although he has been right there behind him for quite a while. But now Jaspers has his fellow Canadian Dane Simpson to deal with. It's weird. It looks like some cars have their headlights on and some just the running lights.
Yeah, it's here to confuse us.
As we keep going, let's see what other... there is Gullison and Nickerson here, and then Nick Terrell. Nick last lap about a 10th faster. So he will make his way back up because he is right there on that draft bubble.
Yeah, Nathan, he's probably got his best shot right here on Allen coming up here, heading into turn 1.
Watching that gap there, 0.33, 0.32. He is close enough and seems like he's got the run early enough. I don't think it'll be a gimme, but he's
unless
definitely
he really
close
wants
enough.
to. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Nope.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You may see guys like Ricky and Mason running that and keeping that gap at a 10th of a second going down into 1, but that is a lot of trust on your fellow competitor to slow down at the same rate they are from that speed and not accidentally give them a little boopsies.
While also having a little bit of trust in your brakes, too.
Yes.
Oh, we got really close there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, you get that. I mean, nothing to pull away from Nathan, but it's, you know, it's hard, you know. It's in real life, it's a little easier because you have that sense of speed and whatnot, and you can get lulled into following somebody so close. But anything out of the ordinary, and it winds up going bad quickly. Here. Dane falling off the back of Jasper's there a little bit. Yeah, really, this is your closest battle here on track currently.
Yeah, Jasper's in Betts right now. He still doesn't really have that close of a run, but a little bit in front of Betts is Nathan's side. I don't think he's got the draft. If he does, it's very little. Oh, hits the curbs there on entry.
So Nick Terrell, 6/10 back off the back of Nathan Nickerson now. So definitely able to pick up the draft, and you know, that big rear wing of that Porsche is not doing Nickerson any favors. And, so then there is Terrell, 4/10 off the back. So definitely he is making up some time on these two into turn 1. The question is, where will Nick make his move on Nathan?
Well, with that draft to Allen, that'll help Nathan just a little bit manage that gap. Well, big send again.
But the Porsche is also one of the worst drafting cars there is. It gives the best and doesn't get so good from the others. It continues to get darker and darker. Yes. Let's see. Will Nick have a shot into... No. Gap down now under half a second. You can see Nick with a... Well, their exit's about the same.
Well, I really like Nathan's shot here on Allen coming up into turn 1. Close enough where if he can get a solid exit. Oh, he really does. This one might be a gimme pass.
I don't think it'll be a gimme. He's still going to have to beat him on the brakes.
Never mind. Yeah, he's not as much faster than him on the straightaway as I thought. Tucking him behind. Oh, he goes for a last second fake. Does it work? Oh, man. Oh, he's going to go way too wide.
Yeah. And that's opened the door for Nick Terrell.
Yeah, but if they stay side by side now up into the next corner here, this will be a tricky pass. I like where Nick is. I think he's got the better position, but that doesn't mean Nathan's going to give it to him pretty easily here. Could hit him if he's not careful. Now Nick will back off.
Yeah, like I said, you can kind of tell, or even where Nick had the run on him coming into all this. going around the outside there is a noticeably longer distance due to the large radius of that corner, and it just, you got to have a big overspeed difference.
He's going to need to do exactly what he just did that last lap with Allen, but he's going to have to probably be a little bit closer and go maybe a little bit more deeper on the brakes if he feels confident in that. Look at the lead here with Ricky and Mason. Gap has stayed pretty much the same since they've exited pit road. And the laps have looked pretty similar too, for the most part. And Ricky being the only one, it looks like, to set the fastest lap in the 147s too.
Yep.
Pretty interesting.
They're running about, let's see, let's go over to Ricky here. Hey, it looks like the sun's coming back out.
Yeah, it was just that cover.
Like, it's crazy how much darker a little bit of cloud cover can be.
Yeah.
But looking here, let's find our lap times. So Mason, for a couple laps, took 2/10, about matched him, and now looks like Renner putting the hammer down, gained a 10th. Now he gained 4/10. So yeah. Definitely kind of Ricky's race to lose here.
Could lose it on the pit stops, at least at this point.
But you got Peterson and Pointer here. Pointer's closed that gap back up. It's within 0.3 of a second. So able to pull away from Munsell there.
Yeah, Pointer's definitely got the speed. It's hard to tell if he's the third or fourth fastest car. Earlier, it looks like he was the third. Then that slight issue there after the pit stops with Munsell. But now it looks like as we got to this point in the run, he's got that speed back once again here. He's going to need to really time this move here on Peterson coming up. Close enough. He's got really good entry speed right there. Cut a lot of gap down there on Peterson. Just didn't have that same exit speed.
I think Peterson getting a little bit better exit out of the corner, but yeah. Kelly's in that, as Chris would say, the big suck, so he's going to take another 10th or 2 back out. I don't think it'll be close enough unless he wants to just send a little bit of a dive there.
They braked pretty much at the same time.
Let's check you back into this battle here between Terrell, Nickerson, and Gullison. Nick thought about it for half a second.
Still thought about it there on exit. But he's really close enough to make any sense.
I mean, they're all like 0.3 off of each other. Just stack
They're all running
up.
the same.
Nick taking 21 seconds in his pit stop time, so probably took all 4.
Oh, good run here for Nathan. This is a tough spot to pass. I don't know if this is the best to do it if he wants to.
You can get a good run.
We saw what happened to Elwood and
He's
earlier.
Allen kind of closing the door in his face, but left him just enough room. So this is some good, close, just tight racing.
We'll see if he can do the same here. Exiting the final corner, if he could set him up once again. I like that. He kind of glided into the corner. Wasn't heavy on the brakes right away. Just heard him gradually lift out the throttle pretty early, too.
Let's see. On exit here, looking at that gap.
Too much, I would say, here. Same thing. I like it very easy into the corners. Very good exit though that time.
But again, you can't go around the outside of it.
Whoops.
Oh,
Okay.
disappear for a split second there.
A little bit of probably a scare for Alan.
Yeah, definitely would be a scare for me.
Both hit that corner really well.
Looks like got a little bit of some drama here. What happened with Dane Simpson? Goes off. Let's off again. What is this one here? Oh, what? I think is that an equipment failure?
I need to see here.
It looks like the brakes just straight locked.
Ow, that's interesting. Well, let me go on board here.
Yeah, so I'm about to hop in the chase cam here if I can find it.
I didn't hear anything. He just looked like he was about to shift up and then just it hooked to right.
Well, it's weird because it looks like the brake lights come on and it just...
Well, he turned the wheel to the right. I wonder if... I don't know, but that looks... Couldn't have been a wheel failure. Because if it was, it probably would... The hands probably would have, like, went to one position and then wouldn't have moved.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting.
Unless it was a physical wheel failure.
That may be.
Yeah.
Maybe the wheel popped off or something.
Making a look? Taking a look? Nope. Nope. I mean, these guys sitting here putting on, these three putting on a heck of a nice view for us here. You know, you got a silver leading a gold leading a platinum. Yeah, Nick's like, don't you know I'm supposed to be in front and then y'all two behind me? And you can sort it out?
No pressure on, like, Alan, right? Not at all.
I mean, you know, I would be wondering if Nick's trying some, you know, fuel strategy to try to skip an entire pit stop or something, but he's not staying close enough to really...
He's been eager to get by Alan, so I doubt it. He's got a good exit here. Might take a look. Heading into the last corner, we'll see if he tries. Big send. Any big crossover for Alan here.
Might have a crossover here.
Might try into turn one.
Oh yeah, look at this overspeed he's about to have.
I'm trying to break that draft. Oh yeah, big run.
Conga line. Yeah. I mean, unless this is a masterclass by Nathan on the brakes.
Even into the brakes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to give it to Alan there. And here goes Nick once again. No, not quite.
Well, but if Nick does this right, if he gets the timing right, he'll have enough speed that you can pop out about
close.
now.
Nah, he's not close enough, I don't think. Gonna go for it. No, he's not.
Yeah. He thought.
He thought
We're all
about
just
it.
thinking, he goes, I could eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely some good racing going here between these guys. Nathan's sides here.
Oh, boy, Nathan. A little bit of gravel.
The problem is, you get that Porsche out in the gravel out there, she'll snap in a heartbeat on you.
She absolutely will.
Just taking a quick little look at our off-track counter provided by SDK. It's obviously not right tonight. Showing 10 for Ricky, 23 for Mason, 21 for Jack Peterson.
Yeah.
I know there's been a few off-tracks, but I think this one might be overcounting.
Yeah, I think just a little bit.
And it is pit stop time.
Yep, here goes Allen. First in. Well, not first in. Munsell and Peterson.
Now
And
Nick
Kelly.
staying out.
Oh, hold on. Oh, it looks like Kelly overshot the pit box. That's going to hurt.
Oh,
Peterson and Munsell almost exactly off exactly the same time.
he is almost inside of Peterson there.
And that's going to hurt Kelly. Plenty of time lost.
3 loss. That's about 5-second loss to Munsell there. Now,
Yep.
Munsell, 15-second pit time. Where did he gain 2 seconds on Peterson? And 5 seconds on Kelly. I mean, we know where he gained the time on Kelly. But I don't know.
Let's see if Ricky brings it in here this lap. I'd imagine so. Nobody's really tried to stretch it.
I mean, they went 1 lap extra last time. He should have 1 extra lap. He's so
Yep,
far.
here he
ahead.
comes.
Yep.
Next up is Mason. Yep, in as well. Then it'll be Nick, who also should be in this lap.
Well,
He took 4 last time, didn't he?
Yeah. Let me see if Nick stays out. Because if you're Nick, if the other two are kind of holding you up, maybe, do you?
Yep.
Yep. Do you put your 2 burners in real quick?
Might as well, yeah.
And try
Try
to
to set a
leapfrog.
qualifying lap.
And also, Nick can take less fuel.
Ricky's off. Mason's off. Yep. Probably will be relatively the same, maybe a little bit more than what it was before the stops.
Ricky taking 16 seconds in the pits. Mason taking 15.
Peterson and Munsell still pretty close.
Terrell will probably be in that 15 range. So
Kelly's back on pit road.
Did Kelly get a speeding out of the pits or something?
I don't know. It's bringing it to a stop again. Not get it full. I don't see how that would be possible.
I bet he got a speeding because I bet we're about to see somebody there for about 40 seconds. Because 16.
Yeah, I was going to say, because usually I would have thought speeding was just a pass through.
And it didn't jack his car up, so he didn't take things. But that extra pit stop dumped Kelly all the way down to 15th. And Kelly was running 5th. That shows you, I mean, in 45 minutes, the guys up front had put 1 pit stop on the guys back up until 15th. So, yeah.
Nick should bring it in this time by. Yep, looks like it.
Showing an accident here for Bronson Stafford. What happened? Oh, little touch with Nathan there. Anything else? Ooh, somebody overshot the turn 1. Yeah, he's going to have to pay with that slowdown. He'll lose the spot to that. Yeah. But here's Peterson and Munsell. Does Munsell have anything?
And there goes Nick. He's off. That'll do it for that.
Where's Allen? Oh.
Quite a bit behind.
Nick only in pit lane or only in his pit box for 14 seconds. So that's essentially given him, we'll see what their time is coming out of turn 1. About 3.5 to 4 seconds is what he managed to leapfrog Allen with. And Allen in that pit phase, taking a second less almost than Nathan there, giving him a little bit of breathing room.
Now the battle here is between Peterson and Justin Munsell.
And Pineda, who's kept his nose clean after that earlier incident, made his way back up to 8th so far.
Got Elwood, Nathan. Yeah,
up 10
he's
spots.
gonna make that 9 because he just gave it to Nathan Sides.
I'm thinking Elwood may have had a slowdown there.
It doesn't look like it. Unless they got him for turn 1, but I don't even think the right sides were fully off, so I think he just gave it to him.
SDK keeps telling he thinks he had an off track. He's just flashing and taking it back. So.
Yeah,
SDK
his last lap was a second slower than Side, so he may just saw the speed and just gave it to him. Elwood's our regular Tuesday competitor, not our Thursday competitor. He's just here to have fun, long laps. And then show us up on Tuesday.
Yep, everybody has pitted for their second time. And yep, Nick, the only one to make it to lap 24. Need to check with Dave Telford and see if we should have a longest stint bonus.
Had to go to Nick or Ricky.
Yeah. Might make some interesting things, guys, trying to get a couple extra points for maybe eliminating a pit stop. Well, it pretty much has to be raining or the right
I don't hate
track.
the idea. I don't hate it. That's a fun idea.
Showing yet another off track for Mason, supposedly bringing his total to 27. Oh, Munsell getting past Peterson here. Into the first Lesmo. So see if... Where did Munsell go? Yeah. That has promoted Justin Munsell to the podium position of 3rd there.
Very good overall.
We're going to take a minute here to do a quick little love to hear it, and we'll be right back. All right, little love to hear it. Let y'all get a wonderful noises iRacing works so hard to give us. Checking in here with Mason, 3.8 to Ricky. So looking at the last few laps down there in your right-hand corner, Mason taking a little bit out of Renner, but I'm guessing that's more gap management than probably anything else.
Yeah, I mean, if he really wanted to try to catch him, I feel like he's still gonna have to do it a little bit quicker.
Yeah, Peterson 0.3 behind Munsell here. So definitely we got a battle for third, you know, the final podium spot brewing here. Interesting to be an Acura on McLaren battle.
I know it might also be very difficult, but Nick Terrell was much quicker than third and fourth, Munsell and Peterson. I don't think he'll be able to catch them, but very good speed, especially having that slightly shorter
8
stop.
seconds back, 1/7 of
Almost.
a lap faster.
Almost a full second than Peterson, at least. Almost. Still really impressive. He's still going to need a lot to go right, though.
Yeah, he's going to need these two to battle, you know, into, you know, if they pick the wrong corner to go side by, if they went side by side through the Lesmos, and he nails those perfectly, he could conceivably pick up 3 or 4 seconds on a move like that, just because it slows you down so much.
And that is if they battle or stay side by side. Munsell's kind of put a little gap on Peterson now, but still, it's going to need a little bit more help. That lap, he was only about 0.6 quicker than Peterson, but still a good gain.
Yeah, so if I'm Peterson, I'm going to probably try to just hang out here, be a pest, you know, play peekaboo in the mirror for a little while, and try to save that move for the last lap or two, just to make sure you're not bringing an extra player into the to ruin the party. Still a little bit of a battle here between Pineda and Sides. And then this one that we've been watching for a little while here. Alex, Brandon, and Bronson all within a second of each other right here. So, you know, we've already seen Bronson not scared to go to the dirt to get the pass done. So, who was it that did that? Was it Earnhardt that made the pass in the grass?
Yes, he sure did.
I think he did it a couple times. I think he did it at Sonoma one time back in the.
I can picture someone doing it. I don't know if that was Earnhardt, but yeah.
I want to say it was back when he was running the Wrangler car. Literally just cut the corner on the road course and said, "Screw it." I think it was a lap car he was going around.
Yeah,
and somebody decided to block him. And it was just like, "See ya."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one of those things the FIA would have fined him $1 million and took away his driver's license, but that was NASCAR in the 80s. All's fair. Here we go. Brandon looking to the inside. Little bit of contact. Brandon gonna get around Bronson, but Bronson with trying to do the crossover. Going to the outside there. Ooh. Maybe a little contact again. It's gonna be a battle on the brakes into one.
Peterson way missed the corner there that lap. Wow. Almost missed the whole corner. Almost had to take the access road.
That's gonna definitely bring. Oh, you know, now Peterson has a. Well, no, it's still a little bit of a gap to Terrell there. I was reading the doodaddy wrong. But Bronson hanging on to that position there. But now Alex Jaspers has entered the chat with these two. So, where do you think? How are these three going to shake out, Tyler?
Just, you know, just like any other place, you know, it's no issue whatsoever, but, you know, we have not much time left, so, I have a feeling the aggression might kick up just a tiny bit.
just a tiny bit?
Just a tiny bit. Not a
Are we
lot. Just
thinking
a
this
tiny
is
bit.
like, 2 laps to go at Talladega aggression levels, or?
Final corner at Talladega aggression levels. Oh, he's there, side by side.
Yep. And Jaspers, will we see a little bump draft?
No, go 3 wide. Go 3 wide. Oh man.
If I'm Jaspers, I'm pushing. I'll push one past the other. And if you do it right, the bump and run does work on road. Because nobody ever bump drafts. These cars will take it a little bit. You give somebody 4 extra miles an hour going down the straightaway, they'll miss that braking zone. I mean, you're not going to get away with a move like that on Mason. They account for it, but...
Oh, big send there. We'll see. Can Bronson hold on? He overshoots it here.
Parks it.
Oh.
Parks it on the apex. Uses that good acceleration of that Audi and yanks it out of the hole.
Very, very smart there to park it. Not allow anybody to get the run.
Yep. That right there is where the term parking it on the apex comes from. You got there first. You got to get the car to rotate. But just, if you're in that one spot they can't get around, you got the move done. As the following driver, you never want to see it, but...
Brandon way off.
Ooh, careful, Brandon. That's going to be...
A lot
nice.
of spots lost. Ooh.
Yeah, but nice recovery. That was
very.
really close, especially in that Corvette, to being game over. Sorry. GTA wasted graphic, insert. Ooh, I need to get that done. Have a little replay afterwards. Wasted. Now Jasper's gonna be able to try to catch up to Bronson here. 2 minutes to go. Let's take a look at our starter cam here. Let's see as they come around here. Maybe a little early. Now it'll work. I don't see the flag out yet. Ricky where is Ricky? Number
Should take the
53.
white here this lap, I think. If not, next lap.
Since it's not flying, it should be the snow.
Coming lap, yeah.
Ricky this time around should be taking the white. But currently, only Dane Simpson and Ian Howard are not on the lead lap, and both of those have parked cars due to damages. Alex not able to make as much of a headway as he wants, and now he's got Kelly on his back door. Now I will say this: if I'm Alex, I might just let Kelly by.
I mean, you can if you want.
I mean, Kelly's platinum. I'm down here in silver. Let Kelly by. Let Kelly be the one to slam the door open on Bronson and just follow him through. But Alex looking like he might have a move here into Ascari. Gonna peek it out. See down the brakes. Not enough. Shallow entry is going to cost him on the exit, I do believe, though.
Not bad.
Oh, he's got a good exit, though. So this is where you gotta, well, yeah. Alright. Braking down into this one.
Oh, they're going to be side by side. And I don't think it's the white flag yet. It should be next lap. So there's still time.
For these guys, yeah. Bronson all over the back of Jaspers. I'm seeing a gap of 0.07.
Will he make the move? He's going to try. Oh, big lunge into the corner. Will it get slowed down enough? Oh, my God.
Alex around to the outside. Keep it on the...
Oh, into the gravel.
Oh, Alex. Yep, into the gravel. If he'd hung on to the pavement there...
He's still got time, though.
But...
He still might have another shot.
Yeah. Operation Kelly, get around Bronson and leave that door in a open position so I can follow.
Taking a look at Ricky here to see if he's going to finally take the white. I would imagine he should. Oh, wait, no, he's taking the checkered. Never mind.
All right. So this
All right,
will be
so there
the
it
final
is.
lap. Mason finishing 2 seconds behind. Peterson will be taking the 3rd place. Wait, what happened to Munsell? Munsell must not have taken enough fuel.
Oh, yeah, he did just come out of pit road. Yep.
Let's check in here with Kelly. I'm going to leave the camera on Kelly here as they come into this final bit here. We got the conga line going. Kelly going to go to the inside here. Bronson shut the door.
That might be
Kelly,
it.
Well, Kelly may have a
Oh,
better
way
exit.
too loose.
Oh,
Nope,
yeah.
nope. Way
Kelly
too
got on the
loose.
gas just a little too early.
Good run.
Definitely. And then, yep.
What a good battle between these guys there.
Absolutely. Good one there. Let's see who's out still running. It's like our sponsor, Josh Anderson, here for Chase Decals. So, considering I've forgotten that, I do apologize. But if you need some decal work or graphics for fleet vehicles, get in touch with Josh. They can help you at Chase Decals. So, let's see who's still out on track. Looks like John Crane going to be the last one to get around here. No, we are good. We actually have our results here. So, looking at this here. Ricky Renner taking home your win. Mason Smith in 2nd. Jack Peterson coming in 3rd. Nick Terrell in 4th. Alan Golson in 5th. Nathan Nickerson in 6th. Justin Munsell down in 7th after having to make that extra pit. 8th will be Nathan Sides. 9th, Herbert Pineda. 10th, Bronson Stafford. Here we go. Yep. Kelly Porter in 11th. Alex Jaspers in 12th. 13th will be Brandon. 14th, Josh Betts. 15th will be Shane. 16th will be Josh Allen and 17th. 18th will be Robert Kinney. 19th, John Crane. 20th, Dane Simpson and Ian Howard in 21st. So, let's go find our guys. Who do we have in the waiting room? We have no one in the waiting room. So we need to find our highest bronze. That's going to be Mr. Anderson. Do you see him in here? Yes, we do. I'm going to pull him into the waiting room. Josh, this is John and Tyler in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes.
So, coming home with the bronze division win here tonight.
Well, that's shocking because I kind of screwed up my own race tonight.
Hey, you know, what is it? I'd rather be lucky than good any day of the week.
Yeah, I mid-race or somewhere I launched it through the 2nd chicane and spun it. I don't know if it was that one or another lap, but I was running good. I felt good and just kind of got in my own head. But no, I'm happy. I finished 1st in bronze. Definitely wasn't expecting that.
Well, you know, the Corvette, you know, maybe not the world's greatest choice tonight. I think either the Ferrari or the McLarens were the fastest on track. So,
yeah, I did some practice with the McLaren. I was going back and forth, and I surprisingly was a little faster with the Corvette. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to run it. I was running great last week until a wreck in the Corvette too. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it another chance. You know, I was going good until I just shifted a little too early on one of them, and that caused me to get off the line and spin it or launch it, whatever it was. And so I was trying to be careful with that the whole entire race, and we're close there the first stint. There's a few of us running together. It was a good time, and it was close for sure. I like racing like that. It's always fun being real close and being competitive. But yeah, I just kind of took myself out tonight and tried working my way back as much as I could.
Well, congratulations. That'll definitely close
Yeah,
the gap
thanks
down
again.
to Robert Kenny there for the championship. So nice to see
Yep.
that the bronze division has some competition this time around.
Yep,
But,
I saw him coming up behind me, and I was trying to keep my cool and just keep ahead of him as much as possible. So I know it's going to be a tight race for the bronze. So I'm just trying to stay in it.
well, again, congratulations on the gold, or sorry, not gold, bronze division win tonight.
I'm not gold yet.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 79 machine before we let you go celebrate?
Yeah, Chase Decals, serious sponsor, my sponsor, and also to my wife and my daughter, who don't make fun of me too much for doing this a couple nights a week. So I appreciate that, and appreciate all you guys putting this on. I'm really enjoying it, and definitely going to be a part of it for a while.
Well, we appreciate y'all putting on a good show for us, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Yep, definitely will.
All right,
Actually, it's an off week, right?
Is it? Let's see.
I
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's an off week. Give me a chance to recoup.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Ah, congratulations. An off
Thanks.
week. Some well-deserved rest, but we will
Yep.
catch you, I guess, in 2 weeks.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's bring our silver. That is Mr. Alan Gullison in here. Where is Alan? There's Alan. Alan, this is John and Tyler in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, well, you had a little bit of company there tonight and a decent little battle going on for quite a while.
Yeah, the race was freaking amazing. I gotta say that was probably the most intense, nerve-wracking race I've ever had. I didn't expect to be that far up. And
There seems to be a theme the past couple weeks.
yeah.
So you've definitely found some pace.
It's weird, yeah, it's weird. I go into the race not really expecting to like push too hard and just have fun and relax, and then I don't know, I'm battling with freaking Nick Terrell and Nathan Nickerson, it's freaking nuts. So
Oh, absolutely. There was definitely we were trying to figure out when the sins were going to happen, and yeah, we do appreciate y'all putting on an excellent show for us tonight.
Yeah.
And
I
nice job
had
on
to
the
have
paint
been-
job. The polychrome
Oh,
McLaren
thanks.
is excellent.
yeah. Yeah, I had to have been making Nathan just want to pull his hair out or his teeth out or whatnot, because he definitely had the pace over me, and there were so many times that he probably didn't have to be as nice as he was being. So yeah, it was fun. I'm like shaking right now, which I know isn't that isn't that big of a deal for some people, but for me that was a really intense race. It was amazing.
Well, congratulations. Next week we're get an off week, so hopefully you
Yep.
get a little bit more practice for the one after that, which looks like it's going to be. If I click on the
Road Atlanta.
Yes, Road Atlanta. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, can't wait. That'll be a blast.
Well, again, congratulations on the silver win and top 5 overall tonight. And anybody
you.
you want to give a shout out to on that 694 machine before we let you go celebrate?
I mean, I'm definitely gonna give a shout out to Nathan Nickerson and Nick Terrell. Those guys are amazing. I can't believe some of the limits that they were hitting without killing me. I mean, it's the amount of skill that takes is like insane. So yeah, thank you guys.
Well, again, congratulations. Thanks. And we will catch you in a couple weeks.
All right, see you in a couple weeks. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Let's bring our gold winner Peterson in, and Tyler, why don't you take this one away?
All right, Jack Peterson's Tyler and John, you got us.
Yes, sir.
Well, definitely seemed entertaining for you. Definitely for you on the good end in all of those battles. You had a good race with Kelly earlier. And then you were racing really good with Justin at the end there. Fortunately, it seems like he had to pit there at the end for a little bit more fuel. And Kelly had the pit road issue there. But it all kind of fell in your hands there, and you brought home P3. So take us through your race.
Yeah, well, the car felt really good for the first two stints. I felt super comfortable, no issues. I was pushing it pretty hard. I wasn't really concerned about fuel saving. I got by Mason in the beginning, and I knew, just being Mason, that he'd eventually get by, so I wasn't really trying to defend him too much. I made that little mistake in Ascari, and he got by. So I was pretty much okay with that. It was really Kelly who I was trying to battle with, and then I noticed that he had some kind of issue, and I was pretty free. Justin, he was quick in the third, what do you call it? Third life of the race, and I didn't really have the tires or anything to battle with him, so I just fuel saved and got lucky. Really, that's what comes down to it.
Yeah, and one of the other things that I wanted to point at least I really saw this, I think it was around turn 4, that first little chicane there. I saw a lot of gravel start to get on the racetrack. Was that kind of any worry at any point? Like, do you feel like the car would not be able to respond well to that?
No, that section actually felt really good. I had no issues there. The McLaren handled it beautifully. I love that part. That was probably one of the few corners where I was consistently just felt really good about it.
Yeah, well, next week you guys don't race, so you finally get some rest,
let's go.
and you get that one off week. But after that, you get to go to Road Atlanta. You think you get back up a P3?
Oh, it's gonna be a challenge. I feel good about getting the division win. I feel confident in that, but a P3 is gonna be a challenge. But I'm up for it.
All right, Jack. Well, congratulations on the P3 there. Any shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Of course, Alan. He's really come up, and I'm really proud of him, and he makes me better. I try and help him out as best I can. So big shout out to Alan. Brady Carlson as well. We're always battling it out and learning from each other. So, and then you guys, of course, putting this on, and appreciate everything you guys do out here.
All right, Jack. Well, congratulations on the race there, and we'll hopefully get some rest next week, and then we'll catch you at Road Atlanta.
Sounds awesome.
That was our gold division winner, along with third place overall Jack Peterson. Let's find Mason and bring him in here. Mason, this is John and Tyler in the booth. You get a copy.
I got a copy.
So, saw where you kind of got swamped on the start there a little bit. You just bad timing, or?
Yeah, bad timing. Agreed on that. Yeah, I think Jack and Peter got a better start or a better jump to that start, and being in the middle, it's like, oh no, who's gonna die first?
Everybody made it through turn 1 of Monza, so I don't know. Maybe we need to have Carl make a announcement or something, because that's, I think, the first time that's ever happened.
I'd applaud and clap to that. We all made it out there alive, but yeah, that most definitely did cost me there, and allowed Ricky to get away from a few seconds. And even though it didn't take me long to get those 2 positions back, it's like we just had the same pace, same cars. We're just dead even on pace to where I just couldn't
But 3
get
seconds
him.
back is too far for the draft, and it's hard to make up that little bit there, isn't it?
It's so hard to make up time at tracks like Monza, because you just need to rely on someone, or rely on the person next to you to take that corners very slow, or it takes a major error for them to mess up. But yeah, that's that's basically what it was. Is this race? I just like I was trying to push so hard, and and still it's like it wasn't enough, and I bet Ricky was too. As soon as I started pushing, but he was doing the same strategy to try and like maintain the gap throughout the whole race. So yeah, congrats to him.
Well, didn't get a lot of TV time tonight other than the first little bit because y'all were just both out there kind of running your race. And, it's one of those more of a chess race than a dog fight. But, coming home second with this field, still good accomplishment. And let's see, next week we have off and then it's off to Road Atlanta. You looking forward to Road Atlanta or?
Absolutely one of my other favorite tracks. I excited to see more close racing, hopefully. um, and but with a lot of S's and just one straight, or actually two straights, three if you count that little one. But it's like, but yeah, I like it. It feels like a roller coaster, and I think the common theme for me is like most of my favorite tracks have to do with a lot of elevation changes.
Well, Road Atlanta definitely has some elevation changes, along with one very nasty curb at the exit. What is it? Is it 5 or 7?
I think it's turn. Are you talking about the left or the right or
The one where you have to go over the curb on the exit, going over the top into the straightaway before the back straight?
I think that's turn. I think that's turn 4, turn 3. I'm not sure. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah. the one depending on the car you pick, it sometimes just goes, no, you're going into the wall. Good luck.
Yeah.
But congratulations on the second tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
To you on the broadcast and to the family that watches. I'll be seeing y'all next week out there.
Well, again, congratulations, and we'll hopefully catch you in another week.
In 2 weeks.
Sorry,
See ya.
2 weeks. Yes.
In 2 weeks.
Good. Thank you, Mason.
No problem.
All right. We bring a winner in, Ricky Renner, and Tyler, take this one away.
Next week.
All right, Ricky, Sean, and Tyler, you got us.
I got you guys.
Well, definitely seemed like from our POV, a pretty boring race, but a great race for you, I'm sure. You guys had it, everybody pretty much on lock there. I mean, Mason kind of cut the gap down a little bit, but I'm sure you were probably, just trying to get it across the line there. But I mean, seemed like just another solid race for you there. I mean, was the car just as good the whole entire race there for you?
Yeah, the car was awesome for the race. I did back it down a little bit there the last like 3-4 laps. I wanted to preserve that 0x that we had, and so that was nice. But yeah, it was just kind of I drove a couple cars, a couple laps. I was thinking about the Merc, and the Ferrari felt good, and I was like, man, no one drives the Ferrari. And then here we go, half the field was in the Ferrari. I'm like, oh, should have drove the Merc. But actually, I'm glad I stuck to the Ferrari. It was a good car the whole time. A little bit of tire wear. I got a little loose in some spots, but for the most part, it was manageable and stable and good power. So it was a good car choice tonight.
Well, one thing that I wanted to ask you, at least I noticed about 2 or 3 people had an issue with this. I know Kelly was one, and I believe there was one other one, but I don't remember who. But it seemed like a lot of guys were having issues on pit road for the most part. I think 2 drivers were overshooting their pit boxes and ended up losing some time. Did you notice anything down there on pit road at all? Or do you think that was just a constant driver issues?
I don't want to say necessarily driver issues. I didn't notice anything with the car, but a lot of times when you're in those battles within a second of someone, you're pushing as hard as you can on the limit to get onto pit lane. And, you know, when you're doing 80 kph down the pit lane, you know, half a car length is, you can make up so much time on pit lane. So you're trying to get into the pit box and brake as late as you can. Sometimes you overshoot it. The one thing that cost me on pit lane though with it was, I'm used to, as the jack drops, you just hold it wide open, the guy lets you go and you take off. And the Ferrari lit the rears up and I was spinning, almost clipped the wall. And I was like, oh boy, let's get this back under control. But the car seemed pretty good. It can just be a little small miscalculation trying to brake as late as possible and gain a couple tenths.
Well, overall, pretty good for you. We are off next week, but then after that, we head to Road Atlanta. How do you feel about that one?
Oh, that'll be an interesting one, I think. The track it's really fun. You kind of really only have one passing opportunity down the long straight there. Ends up being a lot of side-by-sides into that corner, but there's a couple spots on the track where it's really easy to lose it. Turn 1 is tricky. Coming up the hill there, turn 2, the little blind one, it's tough to get that right. And then after the S's down the hill, that left-hander is really easy to lose the rear there. So it's a pretty technical track, but it's really fun. So we'll be excited to get some laps on it, and even more excited to have a little break next week.
All right, Ricky. Well, congratulations on the win there. Any shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
The whole Next Gen Motorsports crew, Josh Betts out there, Nickerson, and we get Martin back next weekend or next week, so that'll be nice to have another driver out there. The whole family for putting up with me sitting in here, you know, driving away. The Nickerson family, because they're probably watching right now, and they always enjoy it, give me a hard time, or congratulations after the races. And then you guys for the broadcast, and the whole core team for putting on an awesome series.
All right, Ricky. Well, congratulations on the win, and we'll catch you 2 weeks in Road Atlanta.
Yeah, see you guys then.
All right, that was our winner, Ricky Renner. God, that rhymes. All right, Mason, you got to win just so I don't have to say that again. But no, good job from Ricky here tonight. You know, but I mean, good race. The battle there between Alan, Nathan, and Nick there, just epic. And then the other one between Alex and Bronson and Kelly.
We need that absolute cinema meme picture.
Yes. But from everyone here at CRN, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will catch you here in a couple weeks.
The engines roar, the grid's alive. Under the lights, we start to drive. McLaren sleep cutting through the air. Porsche chasing close with a power so rare. Audi's proud, a beast unleashed. Lamborghini's roar, the grip of the beast. Ford's Mustang, muscle and might. Ferrari's prancing horse, ready to fight. BMW flies with precision and grace. Every corner, every chase. Core League legends racing for fame. GT3 fever, feel the flame. Race through the night, the engines sing. Core GT3, feel the lightning. McLaren, Porsche, Audi's pine. Lamborghini screaming by your side. Ferrari, Ford, BMW Lou. Chasing victory, breaking through. Core GT3, feel the speed. Racing fever is all we need. Every apex tight, every lap on fire. The battle rages hearts, full of desire. Through Eau Rouge and on the straight. GT3 glory can't be late. McLaren shadow, Porsche scream. Audi fights back in a high-speed dream. Lamborghini powers down the line. Ford's thunder echoes divine. Ferrari surges with the lion's roar. BMW dances, wanting more. Corley thrill, never the same. GT3 fever, tried insane. Race through the night, the engines sing. Car GT3, feel the lightning. McLaren, Porsche, Audi's fine. Lamborghini screaming by your side. Ferrari, Ford, BMW, chasing victory, breaking through. Core G3, feel the speed. Racing fever is all we need. Feel the rush to let go. Core GT3, the ultimate show. Final to the max where legends meet. Can't be beat, 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 beat. McLaren flies, Porsche in the rear. Audi's battle cry you hear. Lamborghini, Ford, the thrill alive. Ferrari and BMW drive. Core G3, feel the speed. Racing fever is all we need.